Did you know that belly fat can be genetic? By Chris Arnett from athomeabworkoutsforwomen.com. I've been a personal trainer and aerobic instructor for over 25 years now. And one of the things I've learned in the recent years, and according to some studies and research that was done, obesity can actually be inherited from your family gene pool. Now, I'm sure you've noticed it when some families have belly fat in both the parents and the children. I've seen that so many times where the parent will have a huge belly and then they'll have like a little girl with a huge belly also. It's amazing to think that belly fat runs in the genes, and no matter what you do, you're still predisposed to it. If you're like most people with this problem, then I'm sure you also want to get rid of it too. I personally know others with this problem, and they do try their best just to lose some weight and get rid of the fat that is stored in the belly area. Some even have had surgical procedures just so that they can get their figures back, such as one of my son's girlfriends. She went through the stomach stapling surgery. But here's the problem. As time goes by, belly fat will come back again if you don't get on a proper eating and exercise program. And I've seen that with people who have had their stomach stapled. They find ways around it, and pretty soon that stomach stapling surgery has been wasted. That's why I opened up my belly fat class, where we work on doing tummy exercises at home to help with this problem. And you can find more information on that at http://@homeabworkoutsforwomen.com. But here's something you can do. Try looking at your parents, and you'll get a good idea of what your future body weight and figure could become. My father, before he got diabetes, he had a lot of belly fat. He was 6'2" with a round belly. And I've developed the same thing in my 50s. Now, ask yourself this. This isn't something that is set in stone, okay? I want you to know that. It's not set in stone. You must realize that we can do some things to exert a measure of control over how we look. For example, I'm now currently on a diet program, okay? And I'm losing the belly fat again. But let me say that part of that control could be as simple as breaking some of the patterns that you see your parents doing. And that's why I learned to look at my parents and see what they're doing wrong so that I don't do the same thing. Also, although genes do play an important part of our habits, they can be a big role in how we look or whether or not we get fat bellies. So what I'm saying here is genes do play an important part, but the habits that we have, for example, going out to restaurants all the time, going to get mochas all the time, those are habits that you can change. And those habits will determine whether or not you get a fat belly, especially if you're predisposed to it. Some people, main place they get belly fat is right in their stomachs, and I happen to be one of them. So what I'm saying is that even though belly fat runs in the genes, there are still a ton of ways that you can use to prevent it. Okay? It's not set in stone. If you really want to have a nice looking body, you could do things to prevent this. And best of all is the fact that you do not have to take a bunch of medications or dangerous surgery, because there are natural ways to get rid of belly fat. And I've done it several times in my life. When I was competing for bodybuilding, I dropped a ton of weight real fast just by exercising and getting on a proper diet. So if you want more information, go to my website at http:// there should be a // there, but we'll ignore that, @homeabworkoutsforwomen.com.